Success isn't random. It follows a code. Welcome to the Conant Code, where we break down the strategies, challenge the myths, and uncover the truth in 5 minutes or less. Now, let's crack the code.
His name is nowhere in the history books, at least not the ones most people read. He never started a billion-dollar company. He never gave a keynote speech in front of adoring fans. There are no movies about his life, no best-selling biographies. But without him, the internet as we know it wouldn't exist. His work laid the foundation for the modern digital world, a network so powerful it connects billions of people across the globe every second of every day. So, why haven't you heard of him? His story begins in the 1960s. The world was locked in the Cold War, a game of nuclear brinkmanship between two superpowers. The stakes couldn't have been higher, and the U.S. government needed a solution to a terrifying problem. How do we keep our communication networks running if the enemy wipes out a key hub? At the time, networks were centralized, built around central control points. If one of those hubs was destroyed, the entire network would collapse. Not ideal in a world where a single missile could change history. That's where he came in. He wasn't a general. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't even a computer scientist. Paul Barron was an electrical engineer with a quiet, curious mind and an obsession with solving complex problems. His solution? Break the message into pieces. Instead of sending a single communication down one vulnerable path, he suggested dividing it into small packets. Each packet could travel independently along different routes, reassembling at its destination. If one route was destroyed, no problem. The packets would automatically find another way through. Packet switching, he called it. It was a radical idea. Revolutionary. Barron built a working prototype and presented it to the U.S. government, convinced it could change everything. It did, just not right away. His idea was ignored, too complex, too ahead of its time. It sat on the shelf, gathering dust for years. Meanwhile, Barron quietly moved on to other projects. It wasn't until years later that others rediscovered packet switching and used it to build ARPANET, the forerunner of the modern internet. The very technology that makes digital communication possible today owes its existence to Barron's idea. But by the time history caught up to him, it was too late for recognition. Others became household names. Tim Berners-Lee for inventing the World Wide Web, Steve Jobs for his visionary products, Bill Gates for revolutionizing personal computing. Barron's name? It faded into the background. The man who helped build the most powerful communication tool in history never got the credit he deserved. And yet, he didn't seem to care. Paul Barron wasn't interested in fame or fortune. His passion was solving hard problems, leaving the world a little better than he found it. He knew that sometimes the biggest innovators don't get statues, they get progress. The lesson? Innovation doesn't always come with a spotlight. The world remembers the flashy names, the big brands, the tech titans who stand on stage and make headlines. But real change often begins in the quiet minds of people most of us never meet. So the next time you send a message, stream a movie, or make a call on the internet, think about those forgotten names, like Paul Barron. Because sometimes the greatest legacies aren't written in bold letters. They're written in the code that connects us all. And that, my friends, is the Conant Code.
That's it for this episode of the Conant Code. If you got something out of it, share it with a friend, follow the show, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. More insights, more strategies, and more code breaking coming soon. Until next time, keep thinking, keep building, and keep pushing forward.